Sure. Can we all observe the silence here? Amen. Amen. Then we'll proceed to the next one, which is self-introduction. So can we start right from there?
Good afternoon.
Can you please use the mic?
Thank you. Good afternoon, our chairman of the Electoral Commission, FC Radio. Good afternoon to all commissioners, directors. Good afternoon to colleagues, members of the First Estate. I am Fatima Momiduba, National Women's Leader for the Alliance Democratic Party, ADP.
Good afternoon, Chairman. Good afternoon, members of the ECSL. My name is Ibrahim Suma in Togo, Chairman and Leader of the Alliance Democratic Party based in the United States.
My name is Richard Kelly, National Secretary General of the UNPP, United National People's Party.
Good afternoon all. I'm Said Ukadbo, National Deputy Secretary General, People's Democratic Party, PDP Sudan, and the Council Member, APA.
Good afternoon all. I'm Andrew Kimbe, the National Secretary General for Revolutionary United Front Party, RUFP.
Good afternoon, I'm Gabriel Samuka, National Deputy Leader and former running mate United National People's Party.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Halima Tulusidin, National Deputy Leader and Chairperson of United Democratic Movement Party, UDM. Also, Council Member for APA.
Good afternoon. My name is Nabi Musakama, National Chairman and former presidential candidate and National Secretary of APA.
Good afternoon. My name is Alaji KCC, Deputy Chairman of the Republic National Independent Party, Financial Secretary APA.
My name is Victor King, National Chairman, Citizens Democratic Party, and also the Chairman for the Media and Communication Committee in the All Political Party Association, APAS.
Good afternoon, everybody. Ibrahim Jallo, former running mate PDP Sobe, also Deputy Chairman of PDP. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Ibrahim Soisisi, the Secretary General, Citizens Democratic Party, and also the Secretary General for APA.
Good afternoon. My name is Prince Kuka. I am the Chairman and Leader for the People's Democratic Party, and also the former presidential candidate for the People's Democratic Party, that was to be the Chairman for the All Political Parties Association, APA. And good now to the Commission introduction.
The Commission. Introduction. Oh, you can start. Yeah. Yes.
So good morning to you all. On behalf of the Commission here, good afternoon, sorry. So I will start off from the Commissioner far right. He is the Commissioner for the Northwest, Mr. Albert S. Kanu. Closer to the Commissioner Northwest, we have Commissioner Abubakar Kuruma. He is also the Commissioner for the Northeast. And I have Mr. Sylvester Alpha. He is also the Commissioner for the South, the Guru. And I have our own immediate boss here for Western, our host. She is the Commissioner for Western area, both urban and rural, Commissioner Mosiri. I also have the commissioner for the East, Far East. She is also in charge of the Eastern region, Commissioner Mrs. Miriam Zuma Moijwe. And the most important person in charge of the institution, and I'm sure he is the one that you want to talk to and the rest of the board. He is Mr. Mohamed Kenewi Kone. He is the CEC and chairman for the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone. We also have senior colleagues here, but that will remain from the back end. So you are welcome.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Commissioner. We'll move next to next agenda, which is the chairman and the main business barrier here. So motion, the chairman.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon once again. Mr. Chairman, commissioners, directors, we're here today on a courtesy call from the opposition angle. Yeah, we are the All Political Parties Association, but we belong to various political parties, in which all of us took part in the just concluded election. Indeed, we took part for us to win the election, but unfortunately, we lose the election. All these political parties that we see here, we took part in the election. And in this room today, we have 2 former presidential candidates and 2 former running mates. The truth of the matter, we're here based on the assessment of the outcome of the results. Indeed, we partake in the just concluded election, and the outcome of the result, we are well satisfied with it. Because based on our findings and the entire process, because we are part of the entire process from the electoral calendar, we attend all PPLC meetings. All decisions we are taken at PPLC meeting. All of us agreed and disagreed. So we are on field with the entire electoral process. And during the electoral day, during the voting day, we deploy a lot of party agents in which you have credited us. In fact, this is the very first election I see opposition, small opposition party, we deploy a lot of polling agents. This is the very first time. So on that note, we're here to give you an accolade and congratulate your commission. Because the election, we accept the result wholeheartedly, because the election was free, fair, and credible. I think this is the very first time this kind of gesture is coming from an opposition angle. Because all along, all these, we normally cry foul, foul, foul. One side is siding another part, or this or that. But for us, we believe that power comes from God. We are just from the PPRC. Now we are the ECSL. Because we believe that the election is free, fair, and credible. And we are all these political parties, we are the level playing field. Last week, we were with the security sector to give them an accolade because they provided security for both presidential and running mates. I think this is the very first time we have all those opportunities. I normally say that the Bible says, give honor to those honor is due, and give praises to those that deserve to be praised. We need to live to that pulling down syndrome. When something is good, we need to say it's good. To be honest, all of us contest to win. I would have loved to be president. Trust me, without no joke. I know what opposition means. And we know what opposition means. It's very painful and difficult for you to be in opposition for 5 years. That is the reason why we were overzealous to contest for presidency. But trust me, God says our time is not right. This is one of the most credible, free and fair elections I've ever seen in this country. Under this team, under your leadership, sir. Make no joke about it. One of the most free, fair, and credible, and level playing field for all of us. So today we are here to give you an accolade, to congratulate you. And this is one of the most peaceful elections we've ever had. Less violent. One of the most. Though there's a lot of big challenges from your own side and from our own constituents. But all those things we are managed professionally. We observe, we went right across. You deploy and your staff were well professional. They manage some of those challenges. As an association, we observed the election. We saw some voters disturbing some of your staff by trying to extract some ballot box or either some voting materials. Oh, praise be to God, all those things we have managed professionally. That was the reason why we decided to give you an accolade. It is not just because it's a favor we want to compliment the effort. No. But we want to live up to expectation. When people do good, we need to praise them. So that is the reason we're here. To congratulate you for a job well done. We hope, and for us as political parties, we are well prepared to do our assignments for the next coming election. Because what we've noticed and what we've gathered, if you want to win an election, you need to do your assignment very well by working with your constituents. So on that note, we are here to congratulate you. And you've actually done a professional work. All of us, we are hoping, we are expecting that this election will be a lot of violence. We are not expecting that 1 week, 2 weeks we'll be sitting at this room. But thank God, you handle it professionally. I think this is the very first time we have some very good generals from your part. In fact, far above 5-star generals.
Field marshal.
Because the reason is, during PPLC meeting, we have a very good interaction. We are friendly. You created the level playing field for all of us. During PPLC meeting, we don't have big or small political party. We are all equals. Registered political parties. In fact, I can recall that, in fact, most of it, for us as a smaller party, we talk more than the 2 bigger parties at PPLC meeting. You create that platform for us. If we are not here today to give the accolades, our conscience will not serve us right as an association. Because you've done a professional work. We'll be thinking that this election will be one of the most crucial elections. Of course, yes. Because by hearing all the social media threats, this and that and that and that, all the mamikos. But you still true. I can recall, or we can recall that I was in this room claiming that maybe I would, yes, the MP on the PI system. But trust me, you understand, but now we know that for you to be MP, you need to do more. But I thank God, or we thank God. Just imagine for us as a financially weaker political party, for my brother, former presidential candidate, to score about 6,000 votes, 7,000 votes. It's a very good start. Very, very well. For me to score 5,000 and above, it's a very good starting. You know, it's a very, very good starting. So,
Your commission have done a very good job, and today we have the peace that we have today now. More peaceful, over peaceful. Today all Mamikos have ceased. So on that note, under your leadership, sir, with the commissioners, we say thanks and congratulations to you. And we hope and pray that the next election will have the same level and fair play for all of us. And I repeat, for the fourth estate to know, this is coming from the opposition angle. From opposition angle. Thank God the ruling party is not here. And this is not even, because we have 10 political parties in APA, but these are the 9 political parties from the opposition angle. To give you an accolade, that we accept the result, hopeful with our hearts, and the election is free, fair, and credible. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. As you rightly stated, of course, we are the All Political Party Association. We comprise of 10 registered political parties that's contested just completed 2020 elections.
It's not just ordinary boss, you know?
The chairman has stated the reason why we are here. Of course, as he said, give honor to whom honor is due. Of course, we want to commend the commission. That cannot be overemphasized because we stand the pressure of the heat for them to do national sacrifice. Though we know it's not easy. There are times we have to argue, raise concern, but we want to say a big thank you for creating the platform, more especially the political party zone committee meeting. Before the elections, issues were channeled, discussed in that committee, and then agreed on certain position, then move forward. Of course, we believe that as an association, the elections that you've conducted under your leadership, Mr. Chairman and Commissioner, was free, fair, and credible. We want to send a message to political parties, more especially the leadership of political parties and politicians, that we should be seen to embrace good sportsmanship, more especially when you go into a race. Election should not be seen as a do or die issue, but rather as a contest of ideas where we present our programs to electorate for them to understand our position, our vision for this country. Because whatever political party that won this election, it is not about party A or party B, but it's about Sierra Leone. It's Sierra Leone that won. So we want to create an atmosphere to discourage sentiment wherein people just believe it. If it's not me, then it's not going to happen. Let us continue to reflect that. For other political parties, we believe even in modern democracies, there are challenges, more especially when results are announced. People raise concerns or believe. Some are genuine, but for the national interest, for peace and national cohesion, because as political parties, we have a role to play, more especially towards nation building. So that is why after elections, we are encouraging other political parties for us to see reason as to how we can work together for national peace and cohesion. Because once elections are over, what we think about now is development. And we have a role to play as political parties. So we are craving on the indulgence of other political parties to do likewise. As we've said, we comprise of 10 registered political parties. Of course, most of the political parties, the presidential candidates, they've considered fit. In fact, we've made our position right, because all what we want to see now is for us to work collectively, because we believe this is the time our people need us most. So therefore, we should be seen working together towards national development and peace. So, as the chairman said, we want to thank you very much for creating the level playing field. Though we are unable to make parliament, other political parties, or council, but we believe the next election will work on our strategy better. But for national development and peace, we all work together. We encourage other political parties for them to do likewise, because we all have one team. Let nationalism override all regional, sectional, or any partisan loyalty or beliefs. So we have only one nation, which is Sierra Leone. Let us all work together to see how best we can forge ahead as a nation. So as an association, we want to thank you very much, and we look forward to continue working with you as a commission. Thank you very much for your openness, your timely response to issues. So we want to say very much thank you to you. Thank you.
Now, I think we will get a response from the commission.
Well, it's really, we are moving. It's a no wait until I die before you begin praise me. So you guys have set the example that you appreciate what we did, and on behalf of the Electoral Commission also I want to congratulate you now. I think it's really we can boast of the fact that we have, in terms of age average, the youngest political leadership in Africa. Because when you look at your ages, I'm sure many of you are just above 40. And for you, some are even below 40. So that shows how far we have come. And in the several years back, when you talk about politicians, you'd be looking at gray hair. There is a story of way back in Kailam, when a doctor with the doctorate degree wanted to contest against average literate MP who has been there for years. And he was introduced by his colleague that, oh, this our brother has 2 doctorates, but the current MP we have, hasn't got to the university. So why can't we consider this doctor with the 2 PhDs? And they have this old man in the corner. Then he stood up and said, okay, we say the current MP and the man with the 2 PhDs are brothers. But the reality is, who wants this constituency, Nadama will not get degree. So let him brother get one of the PhD, so go vote for her. So in other words, politics is all about that. We are all Sierra Leoneans, and we all want the best for the country. That's why we all go into this competition. But at the end of the process, there is only one president when we talk about the presidency, and there's going to be only one winner. So if we all have developed manifestos for the development of the country, I think there is a way you can work with the winner or the winner to bring on board your own idea, so that collectively we can develop the country. So I think that's all the essence of politics and the political parties existing. We are not expecting everybody will be happy with the outcome of it, but that notwithstanding, it is good that many people of this country appreciated the fact that this is the first time we conducted elections. People were moving about their normal course, and vehicles were applying the routes. We announced the results, and people jubilated. and the country continue to live in peace. I think that's the most important thing. And these were the objectives we set for ourselves, that A, as an institution, we're going to build on what has been laid over the years in terms of the processes and procedure for electionary process. And B, we will ensure that we conduct elections peacefully, where everybody will be going about their normal occurrences, and the elections will be credible and participatory. I think we achieve all of this, and as a result, we follow the laws, we follow the regulations, the Public Elections Act, the Constitution, and that's the reason when we announce the results, we've not had any court case. I think that's also is a precedent. 2007, there was an attempt by Berewa to go to court. 2012, SFP went to court. 2018, APC went to court. But this election, there is no court case. So it means we follow the law, the processes and procedure, and people participated in the process. And because that's the only legal means that we can take if we are agreed, and if you have your evidence that the processes were fraud. So we call on, every trade unions to appreciate what we've done. We have laid a very strong foundation, and it would be an example for other countries to come and learn from us, rather than we continue to criticize our processes and procedure, which we know we're all part of it. On behalf of the Commission, again, let me congratulate you and the bold step you're taking to come and congratulate us and appreciate the process that you all participated in, and for the fact that you've given us the pass mark as a Commission. We are very much satisfied, and that's going to ginger us to do more, because every electoral process, at the end of every electoral process, there are always lessons that we learn, and the Commission will be soon going for a retreat to review the electoral, the activities, and then take on board the good lessons, improve on them, and where weaknesses exist, we try to improve on them to make the next electoral cycle much, much better than this one. And that's why it is important for political parties, especially the parties that have one seat in parliament, to go to parliament and look at the legal provisions in the Constitution, in the Public Elections Act, and then bring on board things that will improve on the processes and procedure. The thing about us, people normally say, we are so relaxed, the commissioners, we are so relaxed, because we try to follow what we have in the law or the regulations. As long as we have followed that, we feel at ease in doing whatever we did during the process. But there are still things that we can learn. I mean, looking at your participation, I remember the chairman of APA, when we came for the declaration for the PR system, and he stood up, he will be going to parliament. So I think these are areas, if we think that the threshold we use was disadvantageous to smaller political parties, these are areas we can look into. If we, as political parties, will feel that the Electoral Commission should project results doing tally, these are things that we can have in the Public Elections Act. If we think that the Electoral Commission should establish or publish disaggregated data, these are things that we will have there in the Public Elections Act. At the moment, what we have and what we have complied with, it says that we release the certified district results, summary of district results, to political parties. That's what we've done. So the question or the request for us to release disaggregated data, it's not in the law. And if the Commission needs to consider that is not mandatory. And there is no timeline for us to do that, even if we want to do that. So it is important for political parties to look at the lessons they've learned, all of us in this electoral cycle, and see how we can improve and enhance the processes and procedure of the Electoral Commission, the capacity, the efficiency of the Electoral Commission, so that there will be no question of whether it is the discretion of the Electoral Commission or not, because its provisions are there in the law. So these are some of the things I think going forward we should be talking about. Elections are over. We are not looking at today as it's 1 month since the poll, right? So the presidential term is 1 month gone, or just about a month gone. So we are talking about 4 years, 11 months. So it means if we want to have a better and improve and enhance and strengthen the electoral, the democratic processes, it is this time that we have to sit back and look at the areas that we need to improve upon. And I think we are very much proud, not I think, we are very much proud as an institution that even the time we took to release the final results was way reduced compared to previous elections. Previous election, they will start releasing results 25%, 40%, but two results were called, the first and the last, 60%. And all of this happened because of diligent planning and taking on board some of the concerns that were raised in 2018, that the anxiety of people to wait for a week for results to be released. We took that as a challenge. We also took into account the number of centers. That's why even though some poll stations will open late, but everybody that went to cast their votes, they did so. For the first time, the last poll was closed at 11 o'clock at night. That means that's how far we went to ensure that everybody have the opportunity to cast their votes. And we think, without anybody telling us as an institution, I think we deserve an A+ in the conduct of the elections. The election polling day tally is not it's not the only process in the electoral cycle. It started long ago, and at each stage of the process, we brought on board people. Demands were made, one demand after another, we attend to them. So we are, as an institution, we are very much open to political parties to come on board and help us improve on the next electoral cycle. But as far as this election is concerned, as we promised the country, we promised the nation that the elections will go ahead on the 24th of June. It went ahead, results were counted, and we have winners. And I think we can now proceed to the next level of development of the country. And thank you so much for coming, and thank you for appreciating us. God bless all.
Madam Alima, you can give the vote of silence.
Yeah, I want to say a big thanks to APA for giving me this opportunity to say this vote of thanks on their behalf. We appreciate this particular meeting with ECSL, and it's the right time. This is our beloved Sierra Leone that we normally call Mama Salone. We have to come together now to work for our Mama Salone. There is no other country so beautiful like Mama Salone. We have done much. We have worked for 4 years plus to achieve this beautiful end. I know Sierra Leone is going to become one of the best practice countries that other countries will be asking to learn from. We've done a lot. We, the opposition, are not losers. All of us have won. Meaning we should come together to work with the government so that even our children yet unborn will enjoy the legacy that we have left behind. I want to thank everybody for attending this session, and also the colleagues from the various political parties. The fourth estate, a very big thank you to you. Thank you very much, ECSL.
Thank you.
This is not the end of the press conference. The end of the press conference. This is the Unity Broadcasting as the ECSL the whole political party association. I can't tell the commissioner plenty thank you for free, fair and transparent elections. Free, fair and transparent elections. So this is not the end of the program as we go offline now. We go offline now. We are telling her plenty thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
For the sake of this interview, you can please tell your name and address today.
Name Ibrahim Soisi, made as the Secretary General for Citizens Democratic Party and also the Secretary General for All Political Party Association.
Okay, so please you briefly tell me what's in the purpose of Hawaiian also today.
The purpose we carry out in the ECSL, which is the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone. The All Political Party Association, as I rightly say, that the association, we are in the parents body for short. We are in registered political party in Sierra Leone, and then meet, especially leadership, that's the one day we serve as chairman and secretary general of the political party. We meet for discuss issues of national importance and how best they will able for at least come together to get some of them divergent views in the way they come up, for letting a one common position and present the issue.
So how many political parties take up this footing here so for can do the visits to the chairman of the commission?
Yeah, for now the All Political Party Association comprises of 11 registered political parties. Out of the political party, we contest the 2023 election. So we get 10 presently, we contest the election, then party and the leadership coming together and see how best we can engage the commission based on the outcome of the elections.
So we don't see I would say the major opposition party, the APC, don't they cry down the commission, but we not take up this particular responsibility also today for CAM do this particular presentation also of appreciation to the commission. How will not take CAM up with this kind of initiative also for CAM do this thing also today?
Of course, the position of the APC, when at the All People's Congress, they don't make the position, but we do look at the nation as a whole, because we believe that as political parties, we get a role for play. Because if you look at the Constitution, section 35(1), clearly show which make political party establish. One for shape the political will of the people, disseminate information on the social economic program of national character. Of course, we will see after elections, party A or party B will get challenged, you understand? Even not to see where most of the elections, it gets from 2007 elections, 2012 elections, there are issues, you understand? Maybe they can solve it in a court. But now, we don't get some of them concerned, we don't come up from the main opposition, they don't make the position clear. We already say we get all the ones here. Issues they don't get for stuff, but now we look at them in the way we are in. We look at the issues and they foresee that we want to get to focus how we all go for work together, how we go for push national development, how we go for help for consolidate with peace, and how we go get a cohesive society. So now that's what they try to talk about. The institution is responsible for conduct elections, we don't see they don't conduct elections. And we don't get meetings them even before the elections, where we don't get platform where the ECSL creates, where the political party the zone committee meeting. They meeting and they will on the channel most of the issues them and things they will be on the come up where political party be on the raise. And we come in for at least can commend ECSL because and provide a platform where they create a level playing field for every political party. Most of them concern the way with the channel, they see how best they can respond to them and see how they come up with a conclusion on some of the issues. So now that's make the point to say that we come in and can comment in because we feel say then go according to the dictates of waiting the Constitution give them, the power of the Constitution give them. They're able to exercise them to the fullest for ensure say they're able to conduct a peaceful, a credible and fair election where we accept as political parties. And the one that we can concern, we also they plead on them for let themselves able to look at with a national lens that we get all the ones here. We don't get elections are over. We need to focus on development. You will get 1 or 2 things but now we look at the national interest because of this and at the big picture. Not to any one political party in this country. Now Sierra Leone, now in win. If party A win, party B win, and Sierra Leone win. So now all see how best we all work together, and we also get to continue this engagement, maybe with the government for ensure say able for extend an audit branch to all political parties to ensure that because now once I will get other parties and get them programs we will be meaningful, you understand, where the government will look at and for tapping for at least how best we will for push our development style.
Okay, so as we go, what thing will be the expectation of APA from ECSL and also the government going forward?
Of course, our expectation then, just as you say, we the try for at least how best we will continue for strengthening the collaboration as to how we don't work. Because as we say, ECSL don't create the platform. We do, yes, there are certain concerns and they will not be addressed during the election, before the elections and during the election. So then they will go for channel and see how best we will work towards that. One of which we don't raise concern on at the threshold for political party, more especially one of the key things we want to see that the PR system make provision for ensure say other parties they will refer to as smaller political parties for representation of both parliaments and council. So we see as that in a challenge this election. But moving forward, we will continue with that engagement. They will see how we will come to a reasonable conclusion as to which will be a reasonable threshold so that we will forget equal representation. Of course, we don't able to actualize the 30% because we see yes, that's what we push. In as much as we push for the PR system, but we look at certain things and we want for the PR go with, but the threshold will be a concern. And we also see the 30% will not be achieved now with the regulations and the public election law where Parliament passed don't make, I believe, say we're able to achieve that at this election.
Please, Dr. Teresa.
Yeah, thank you very much.
We just don't talk to a representative from APA. This is the Unity Broadcasting. Be the go now offline. Continue for viewing and thank you.